When we hear the name Somalia, what usually comes to our mind are stories of conflicts, pirates on the Indian Ocean, and years of political instability. But today I want to talk about a place that sits inside the same map, yet has a very different story: Somaliland. Somaliland is a quiet contradiction of East Africa. It's a place that acts like a country, governs like a country, and even elections like a country. But to the rest of the world, it officially doesn't exist. So, what is Somaliland? Somaliland is a northern region of what many people simply call Somali today. Historically, it wasn't always one country. The north, which is Somaliland, was once British Somaliland, while the south was Italian Somaliland. In 1960, both regions joined together to form one nation, Somalia, but that union did not turn out as many hoped. Decades of political tension, unfair power distribution, and eventually civil war pushed Somaliland to break away. So, in 1991, when Somalia collapsed into conflict, Somaliland declared itself independent. And from that moment, it decided to take a different path: stability, order, and self governance. Now, here's the interesting part. For over 30 years, Somaliland has managed to do many things that some fully recognized countries still struggle with. It has its own government and parliament, its own police and military, its own currency, its own flag and national anthem, and regular elections where power has peacefully changed hands. In fact, international observers have often praised Somaliland for being comparatively peaceful and democratic in a region known for instability. Yet, despite all of that, no major country in the world officially recognized it as independent until today. Why? Because recognition in international politics is not only about good governance, it is about power, regional politics, and the fear of setting precedents. Many African leaders worry that if Somaliland is recognized, other regions across Africa may also attempt to break away and claim independence. Somalia itself strongly opposes it, insisting the country must remain one united state. And so, Somaliland sits in a strange place, functioning normally but diplomatically invisible. But life, of course, still goes on there. Somaliland has built schools, roads, universities, and a reasonable functioning health system. And while Somalia in the south has battled terrorist groups like Al Shabaab, Somaliland has largely kept extremist violence out of its territory through strong local leadership and community policing. That doesn't mean it has no problems. Unemployment is high, poverty is widespread, but compared to where it started from, many people call Somaliland one of the quiet success stories of Africa that isn't talked about enough. So, on December 26, 2025, Israel became the first country in the world to formally recognize Somaliland as an independent and sovereign state. This was announced in a joint declaration between Israelis leaders and Somaliland's president, and this marked a historic diplomatic breakthrough for the self-declared republic. This recognition matters because, yet until now, no United Nations member state had officially recognized its independence. By recognizing Somaliland, Israel not only gives the region a diplomatic validation it has long sought for, but also opens the door for formal ties, including political, economical, and possibly security cooperation. So, for Somaliland, this means greater international legitimacy and new opportunities for trade, investment, and influence. However, this move triggered immediate and strong opposition from many countries and regional organizations. The federal government of Somalia condemned Israel's recognition as a violation of its sovereignty, saying that Somaliland remains an integral part of Somalia under international law. The African Union and regional blocs like Intergovernmental Authority on Development also rejected the recognition. Their position is rooted in key principles of international law, particularly respect for existing borders and the territorial integrity of member states. So here is the bigger question. Can a place be a country because its people say so, even when the world refuses to acknowledge it? Somaliland challenges us to think about what nationhood really means. Is it recognition or is it responsibility? Is it to sit at the United Nations or the ability to provide peace, order, and dignity to your citizens? Somaliland may not yet have international recognition, but it has built something even more difficult, a functioning society born out of chaos. In the end, Somaliland presents an unusual case, a functioning state in practice but not in law. Until now, Israel's recognition opens a new chapter in Somaliland's long pursuit of legitimacy. And maybe one day, when history finally catches up with reality, the world would acknowledge that the people of Somaliland have really been living for decades. It is a truth at a time. Take care and have a nice day.